Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. It's already begun. Remember maybe 2 months ago, where Donald Trump said he had plans of campaigning at Madison Square Garden? We were talking about how New York is the only Democrat stronghold that could possibly be in play, or maybe not in play, but that's clearly shifting rightward at an alarming rate for the Democrats. Let's play the flashback.
The Republican Party under Trump has become a tremendous success.
Are you going to be able to flip blue states like in New York and in New Jersey? There's a rumor you're going to do a rally in the South Bronx.
I think so, yeah. I think I will do that. And
then when are you going to do that?
I think I'll do one maybe at Madison Square Garden, too.
The polls are indicating that Donald Trump was doing fantastic in New York, at least better than any Republican had in recent presidential election history. And so I guess the idea was to make a whole lot of noise in New York City to possibly bring the numbers even closer, and for that to have a shockwave effect throughout the country. And for the most part, there weren't actually any plans to do so. But I guess now Democrats have forced his hand. They don't want him on the campaign trail in other states. They want to force him to stay in the courthouse, force him to stay in New York. Well, Trump's response is very simple. He's going to stay in the DNC's lion's den, not with his head down, running away from the limelight, cowering in fear, no, no, no. Instead, he plans to essentially take over the city and make a big New York campaign spectacle. Absolutely epic stuff. Let me show you guys what's going on, and let me tell you why it's important. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, so I guess the Democrats still haven't realized that Donald Trump isn't the type to get beat down so easily. Every time they knock him down, he gets back up right on his feet. Trump says criminal trial is having a reverse effect as he campaigns at New York bodega and vows to save the city. Former President Trump said the criminal trial is having a reverse effect during a campaign visit Tuesday to an Upper Manhattan bodega, while vowing to straighten out New York by working with the Democrat mayor and governor if elected to another term in the White House. Might as well turn the whole thing into a campaign stop. There's a little bit of context here that's missing. Most people know that Trump was campaigning at a bodega, but they don't know which bodega. The bodega that Trump visited has become known as the Jose Alba bodega after a July 2022 incident. Bragg charged Mr. Alba with second-degree murder. Mr. Alba was simply working his shift when he was attacked behind the counter by Austin Simon, who was seen on surveillance video first coming behind the cashier's desk and attacking him. Despite claiming self-defense, Alba was sent to Rikers Island and initially given a $250,000 bail. Trump is sending a very clear message, and that is a message of law and order and curbing crime.
President Trump, what are the first things you're going to do when you take office to address the inner cities of America and give them hope to restore the American dream? Atlanta, New York, Philly, Chicago, D.C.
We're going to come in and number one, you have to stop crime. And we're going to let the police do their job. They have to be given back their authority. They have to be able to do their job. And we're going to come into New York. We're making a big play for New York. Other cities do, but this.
And now, of course, I'm not ignorant to the irony. Leftoids are trying to dunk on us with a lot of comments like this. I love that he's talking about stopping crime in New York while he's on trial. Ironic, isn't it? Ha ha ha, frickin' ha. You got us. Except no, you didn't. They're not making the point that they think they are. That's the whole thing. Look at all the crime in New York. We've all seen the rampant crime in New York, but most importantly, the injustice in New York. Daniel Penny and Mr. Alba immediately come to mind. Crime's been the #1 issue on the ballot in New York City. Crime's the issue that Lee Zeldin ran on, and it's the reason why he overperformed to such an incredible degree during the 2022 midterms. New Yorkers don't feel safe, and during these times of concern over public safety, what are the city's top cop and state's top cop doing? Indicting Donald Trump, threatening to seize his properties, threatening to hold him in contempt of court.
10:31, we got some news from inside the courtroom. Apparently, the district attorney's office has filed a written motion, so they have made it official to try and hold Donald Trump in contempt for violating the gag order that was put onto him by the judge. Well, I guess there were 3 allegations that the state made yesterday. And if the allegations hold up, Trump would be fined $1,000 for each violation.
That's right.
They're engaging in a political, prosecutorial hit job. Meanwhile, people and businesses are fleeing. And trust me when I tell you that that dynamic is very apparent, very obvious, and very sobering for many. It's all about optics. And I'll tell you right now, the optics are very strongly on Donald Trump's side. If Trump was a criminal, I don't think the NYPD would be reacting like this.
President, we get a photo.
I love you guys. No problem. You guys get a photo. Come on, get over here. We'll get a photo. Get in there. Woo!
If Trump was this horrible criminal, I don't think his reception in New York would be something like this.
I love you, Trump! I love you, Trump! I love you, Trump! We love 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 Trump!
Here, right from court in Lower Manhattan, and there's an extensive motorcade here, and people are cheering, lining the streets. You know, when Trump first took office, you wouldn't hear these cheers up in the inner cities of America. And there is raucous applause and cheering all over the place. I think these people are desperate for a change.
And then, of course, we have the element of contrast. They're going after Donald Trump. It seems to be their #1 priority. All of this with a migrant crisis backdrop. This is what New York City's City Hall looked like on the exact same day.
What's going on here? What is really going on here? What's going on here? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing over here? Why are you guys in line here? What is going on?
And now you might be a little bit confused as to who those people are in that clip. Those are all illegal migrants. All of them military-aged males, what can only be described as an illegal invasion, which by the way is a description that even Democrats are agreeing with these days. Majority of voters polled believe that the US is being invaded at the southern border. And so while the country and while the city is being invaded, what's the New York justice system focused on? It certainly isn't deporting illegal migrants, no, it's going after Donald Trump and going after law-abiding citizens defending themselves against insane lunatic criminals. Oh, how ironic that Donald Trump is talking about law and order. What a bunch of pompous fools these people are. Donald Trump is making an absolutely badass 4D chess move here, signaling to the world that he isn't scared, that he isn't backing down, and also that he's willing to work with Democrats in order to improve public safety. Democrats once again are shooting themselves in the foot. They aren't getting what they hoped for. They're trying to orchestrate the demise of Donald Trump, but instead, they've given him a megaphone. They've given him a platform. He could have ran away, he could have hid in Trump Tower, but instead, he decided to be on the street in Harlem, pushing his political message forward, continuing to expose the unjust actions of his political opponents, the total weaponization of the justice system on the backdrop of complete lawlessness. They should have heeded warning. They should have listened. When Chris Rock warned them, don't indict Donald Trump, you're gonna turn him into Tupac. You're gonna turn him into a legend. That's exactly what's going on here. They gave him a huge opportunity, and Donald Trump's not the one to squander opportunities. When that door opens, he's not the one who's scared to walk through the frame. He's going right into the lion's den. And I think a lot of people at the very least can respect that. I'm expecting his poll numbers to surge. I wouldn't even be surprised if New York starts getting even closer. Joe Biden's lead over the last year has gone from +20 to 25 to now in the low double digits, according to New York polling data. And now if this case inevitably fails and Trump surges, if it all ends up backfiring as we think it will, if Donald Trump's right that Alvin Bragg's case is going to have a quote reverse effect, well then Democrats are only going to have one person to blame, and that's themselves. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.